Good morning, my dear students of class 8th. I welcome you all to this new class of social science where we will now begin with the last chapter of history, which is India after independence. Children, before beginning with the chapter, one common question I would like to raise in front of you all. Children, when you get to hear that when you get to hear that word of independence, what is that first thing which comes to your mind? Independence means you are free. So that gives you immense happiness, isn't it? Now, with this happiness of the independence of our country from the Britishers, it brought in some new challenges also. Let us see what the chapter has to tell us about. In this chapter, children, we will study about India after independence. It achieved independence in the year we all know, which is 1947. Now, a new and divided nation. A new, we all know, since now this is a new nation because it got free from the control of Britishers. And a divided nation where we got to see partitions. India got independence on 15th August 1947. Soon after its independence, it faced a series of challenges. Due to partition, nearly 8 million refugees had come into India. Children, we know that India, when it was about to get free, it was told to the people those who want to go to Pakistan will go to Pakistan, those who come back from there will come to India. So it was the people's choice. So, since India got independence, this independence has brought some new challenges, tough times for India also. Children, if you have a room with capacity of 4 and you have sufficient food for those 4 people, but for all of a sudden 20 new members come to your place, how would you accommodate them? How are you going to feed them? Don't you see the new challenges for this new arrival of different people? That is a very small example, but talking about a country is a bigger one. Let us see how these challenges were faced. Now, these people who came to India, who migrated from different there, have come to India, they needed two different things. Their survival foremost, and survival is possible only because of shelter and food. Yes or no? So, the major challenge was to accommodate this huge population who migrated from there, and we had to feed them, we had to give them shelter, children. Now, then there was the problem of the princely states. Princely states means the states which were under the rule of the kings. They were not under the Britishers' control. They were about 500 in number. So each Raja or Nawab was persuaded to join the nation. Persuaded here means that these Rajas or Nawabs were told, initiated, were being told or requested to join the nation. I mean, why to have a different state when they can come and join the country and together unite as a nation? All right, children. So we have talked about two major challenges. First, to give shelter and jobs to the migrated population. Second problem was to give these two second problem was about the princely states where the rajas and the nawabs were having their states, so they were persuaded to join the nation. So a new political system was to be made in order to serve the country in a better way. Children, obviously, when we get to see a new batch, a new class, new beginning, whenever we have a new beginning, we get to have some new set of rules, norms, guidelines and everything. So with these two major problems, India was in the making of a new nation with better set of norms and to serve the country in a better way. So, this is the introduction of the chapter, children. I will begin with the explanation in the next class thoroughly. Thank you so much, children. My request to everyone, please read the chapter. See you all in the class. Bye bye. Take care and be safe.